peek the names on this. Oh, this is the Euro. Yeah, I have this open. Yep. So there is a new open letter that the pro-Israel losers have signed, and it is regarding the calls to boycott Israel from Eurovision. Mind you, Israel has not been removed from Eurovision. Okay. So this letter that is protesting people's calls to exclude Israel from Eurovision because they are included still. Because the broadcasters of the EBU, they will ban Russia, but they will not ban Israel. Amy Schumer, Mila Kunis, Jerry O'Connell, Aaron Foster, Matthew Weiner, Anthony Edwards, and Matishahu join Liev Schreiber, Helen Mirren. Ugh. Helen, what are you doing with these losers like Deborah Messing and Sharon Osbourne? Now, Helen Mirren, unfortunately, has expressed her close relationship to Israel. If you recall, she played Golda Meir in a film. Golda Meir, who was a former prime minister of Israel and famously said in a speech in the 60s that there is no such thing as Palestinians. And that is who Helen Mirren played in a film about her life. And she has talked about the deep connection that she has felt as a non-Jewish person, but so deeply connected to Israel. And she said, because of the Holocaust, Israel must exist for eternity. So my question is that same logic then applied to the genocide that Palestinians have experienced at the hands of Israel? So should Palestine exist for all eternity, and should Palestine exist as a state of its own, as a place where people have the right to self-determination? They are not controlled by an occupying force, Israel. So yeah, we have the usual suspects here. Gene Simmons, Scooter Braun, Scoot, Boy George, Mayim Bialik, Sharon Osbourne, who's so generously taking time away from supporting Tommy Robinson's far-right anti-immigration march in the UK to sign this letter. Deborah Messing, Emmy Rossum, and 1,000 celebrities and entertainment industry professionals. Now, I will tell you, these are the biggest names. That is why they listed all of them. These are the biggest names that they have in Hollywood. Here's the letter. We, the undersigned members of the entertainment industry, are writing to express our support for Israel's continued inclusion in the Eurovision Song Contest. We have been, you know, the other thing too, they don't give a fuck about the Eurovision Song Contest. I'm not saying people in the United States of America don't, but the Eurovision Song Contest is the Eurovision Song Contest. It is something that primarily people in Europe are obsessed over and have been for decades. Now, I have watched Eurovision in the past, okay? But I'm just saying, like, this is just another opportunity for the pro-Israel crowd in Hollywood to be like, oh, this is unfair. Israel is the true victim here. We have been shocked and disappointed to see some members of the entertainment community calling for Israel to be banished from the contest, responding to the greatest massacre of Jews since the Holocaust. October 7th was a day in which a music festival meant to celebrate life was attacked by Hamas, a music festival that was right next door to a concentration camp, and saw 364 innocent civilians killed, hundreds maimed and brutalized, over 40 festival goers taken hostage, and many raped. Israel, no mention there of the lives lost that were due to Israel killing people on October 7th. Israel is fighting a war against a European Union designated terrorist group that once again broke a ceasefire that day and then went on to slaughter over 1,200 people. This current round of fighting is not a war that Israel wanted or started. To punish Israel would be an inversion of justice. Israel, yeah. It's so funny that they'll talk about rape all the time, right? Rape on October 7th, and then have nothing to say about the literal right to rape marches, the well documented for years now, well documented systemic rape of Palestinians who have been illegally detained, which include children. We have on video a group of soldiers raping a Palestinian man, and they were completely let off the hook and treated as heroes. Furthermore, we believe that unifying events such as singing competitions are crucial to help bridge our cultural divides and unite people of all backgrounds through their shared love of music. Fuck you. The annual Eurovision Song Contest embodies this unifying spirit. It's interesting, though, because Russia's not a part of it. Russia's not a part. Why do you think that is? Those who are calling for every year, millions of people across Europe and around the world join in a massive display of cultural exchange and celebration of music. Those who are calling for Israel's exclusion are subverting the spirit of the contest and turning it from a celebration of unity into a tool of politics. We support your decision to reject the calls to expel Israel from the contest and are looking forward to successful and exciting Eurovision. Fuck everybody who signed this and who continues to live in this fantasy world where Israel and supporters of Israel are the most unfairly maligned, the most victimized of all the victims in this world. Nobody cares. You are genocide supporters. You have lost so much of the public support because you are evil losers who defend genocide, and not just defend genocide, but try and pretend as if the state committing genocide is the small bean David of the David and Goliath victims here. All Deborah Messing does with her career now is do this kind of shit or make Instagram stories about Zohran Mamdani and Islamic Jihad in New York. It would be like Henry Fonda writing a pro-SS letter during World War II. It's so vile. Literally read reports of Israelis raping Palestinians with fucking dogs, and this is what they're worried about. And I just keep bringing up the Russia element here because Russia, right after they invaded Ukraine, were immediately banned from Eurovision and other major cultural events because of the war crimes that they were committing. And it's so fucking funny to have Israel supporters be like, music is supposed to bring us together. It's all about coming together culturally. Well, guess what? Guess what? When you commit genocide and a whole host of war crimes against the people in the surrounding region, you don't get to do this kind of stuff. I mean, you do because the EBU is not kicking Israel out of Eurovision, but you don't get to do this and have the world on your side. Have people be like, you know what? It's so true. Israel should get to compete in Eurovision because music does bring us together. Killed hundreds in Lebanon, displaced almost 1 million people. I bet they never watched Eurovision before this. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, these people will just jump on anything. They will jump on anything to have the chance to be like, nobody understands how hard it is to be standing up for Israel at a time like this when so many in the world say such cruel things. It's not fair. This is kind of like what I was talking about yesterday with people who, celebrities and other public figures and influencers who take a bag even when it is problematic. And then when their fans or the public call them out for it, they're like, "Oh, this is not fair." And it's like, you took the fucking bag, so either shut up or don't take the bag. You don't get to have both things. You don't get to take the bag. You don't get to have zero moral considerations for how you personally, financially benefit, and also not have people criticize you, legitimately criticize you. And they know it's wrong, but they're like, it's unfair. Where they just are so self-centered and narcissistic and want everybody to love them, even when they do things that provide cause for legit criticism. Bill Burr still claiming victim. Same with Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle took the opportunity in that recent NPR interview when he's also like, the Republicans and their trans jokes, well, that's weaponizing transphobia. I wasn't doing that. He took the opportunity to complain again about people getting mad that he went to Saudi Arabia. These rich assholes want people to love them for everything they do, want, total respect and reverence, and to be immune from any criticism. They think that they deserve that. They think that they inherently are deserving of that. They need to grow up.